So as you probably know, those cars aren't famous for their interior build quality. There are rattles and squeaks everywhere. That's actually one of the reasons why I wrapped my dash and a bunch of other things in Alcantara to eliminate them. But there was one thing that I just couldn't find for months, and I finally found it. And we're talking about this. It's behind that middle pillar. I thought it was because of the pillar. I tried to wrap it. As you can see, this didn't fix the issue, and finally, after months of being annoyed, I found the issue, and it's because of the mechanism which stops the seat belt. And now I'm gonna show you what's the issue and how we can fix it too. First we gotta remove the lower B pillar. So to do that, open the both of the doors and just slide the rubber out like that. Do the same on the other side, and once this is out, you can see you have space to put your fingers and pull towards you. My clips are probably worn out because I've removed it quite a few times, but you might have to pull a little harder. Anyways, once this is done, go down here, and you can see this plastic is holding this, so we need to move this just a little bit like that, and you can do the same thing in the back with this plastic. This can also be moved like that. So once you've done that, there aren't any screws or something. You just have to wiggle this out, move your seat back and forward until you manage to get it out of the car. Okay, so here it is. Let me show you. So you have 3 clips. This one which stayed there, I'll have to bring it back, and this one here. So after you remove that, it will come clean off. Okay, so here is out. I don't know if the camera catches it, but this is the issue. There's one bow inside. We're gonna disassemble this and I'm gonna show you. But to remove that, we need to first remove this cable. Remove this. This is 17 millimeter, and I think we had to remove, yeah, this one too. This is 10. So once you remove those 2 bolts and remove this cable, this should come clean off. Okay, so here it is. Everything's removed, so I just gotta take it, and here it is. Now be careful, because when you bend it like that, it walks. So if you want to unlock it, make sure it's fully leveled up like that, and then you can pull the seatbelt up. Otherwise it will automatically lock. Here I'm just gonna wrap this so it doesn't constantly pull me off. And the next step is to unclip this thing on the side. So as you can see here, a bunch of plastic clips. Use something like a flathead screwdriver or something like that. Make sure to not overdo it, because they seem to be a little bit fragile. So yeah, I'll quickly remove that and I'll be back. My bad, actually. I started removing the other side, but I realized it was the opposite. So yeah, I'm removing the side which has this label on it, and what we're looking for is this little ball here. So this is something like a gyroscope, or I don't know how it's called, but basically what it does is, once you hit the brakes, for example, this little ball moves forward, and once it moves, it touches that plastic above him, and that small plastic clip touches this little gear, which basically locks the seatbelt. It's very smart tool, but the problem is that this ball, I don't know what happened to it, but now it's basically making all these buzzing noises. So I'll show you 2 ways to fix it. The first one is with basically, it's the first one is basically fixing the actual mechanism, and the second one is replacing it with one that you already have in your car. So to fix this one, get a flathead screwdriver or something similar, and you can place it right about here, and you can just push a little bit and this will pop right off. I can't do it on camera because I need two hands for that, but it should be pretty simple. So here we have it. As you can see, this ball, once moved, basically pushes the plastic up, and this plastic will hold the seat belt. Here you can see it probably better. Anyway, what I did to fix this issue is I applied some small bit of oil here, and also on the top of this small plastic here, actually below it, I added a thin layer of duct tape. Yeah, I know it's a ghetto fix, but now the ball basically touches a duct tape and it's oiled, so it's, as you can see, it's very smooth. So this is one of the ways you can fix that. I agree that it's not the best way, so let me show you how you can actually replace it with an existing mechanism from your car. So this is a seat belt locking mechanism which is taken from the back seats. As you can see, I removed them from my back seat. I only left one just in case someone wants to use a seat belt on the back seat. So let me know if you want a video on how to remove that. It's actually a bit complicated because you have to remove the back seats, remove this plastic beneath the window, and then remove the seat belt. But anyways, as you can see, we have the same mechanism here. So what we can do is we can take it and swap it. And since I'm not gonna use this seat belt, it shouldn't be any problem. I can even replace it if I wanted to use it, but I'm saving some weight here, so this is going to go in the closet and it's not gonna be used anytime soon. Okay, so we have it swapped in. Don't worry, because of this little plastic being different, it still works. As you can see, once this is leveled up, this falls down, and once I twist it a bit, it raises up. And if I try to pull this, as you can see, it's gonna lock it. So it works as expected, and hopefully it will solve your sound issues, because this one, at least I haven't heard it from the back seat, so in theory it should be better than the other one. And while you're here, there are some rattles from this side. You can use some Velcro or something like that. Just open it, see what's going on. If you see some rattles, you can also spray it with silicone spray or something like that. So yeah, I'll do that too, and I'll assemble it. Okay, so it's disassembled, and made a small mistake. So if you don't want to get into too much trouble, don't disassemble that. But basically, this is a spring that retracts the seatbelt back, and it's even said do not open, but I opened it. So when I'm placing this back, I'll have to remove this component from the big one, and I'll just have to manually make the spring harder and then place it there. But with that being said, I already opened it, so I'm gonna fix it. You can see that there's this rattle here, and it's from this mechanism. So I'm just gonna apply some grease to that, hopefully to reduce that, and generally across the whole mechanism, because I hear some other rattles too, but I think this one is probably the main problem. So yeah, I'll be back when I grease that, and I'll do the assemble. So this is the full disassembly. Actually, I'm gonna start greasing from here, and I'm gonna work my way up to the final mechanism. Okay, it's back in, and it's much smoother after I applied some grease. Now the next step is to try to set up back the spring, and we should be done. Small problem. I thought this was its own component and I was gonna be able to remove that and twist it and apply it back, but it's not gonna happen because this is just a cap and this whole thing is the spring. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna install this into the mechanism, and then as you can see it has a place for a screwdriver or a hexagram or whatever it was called. So I can do the following. So I can install this and I can tighten up the spring using that, and then just quickly apply it back to the mechanism, and hopefully that way I'll be able to install it with some pressure. Alright, never mind anything I said. I forgot that you have to have the bolts first, so I can't really have the spring first. Anyway, I read on the internet, and for other cars it's very simple, but for this one you don't have a way to really do it properly. So I just decided to drill a hole on the spring and just use my screwdriver to hold it in place while I'm setting it up. So that's what I'm gonna do, and hopefully I don't break the mechanism because they're probably expensive. So after everything I did, I found out that there is a way to block it, and it's using a small pin. It goes inside here, you spin it however like 2-3 rounds, you block it, you install it, and you remove the pin. And yeah, I guess people learn while they are alive, right? I did 2 small holes. It works with the holes actually, but I just found that out and I disassembled it to show you. So yeah, you don't need to drill, you just need a pin to press that and you'll be just fine. So guys, there we have it. I haven't tested it yet, but it feels much better. Last thing, I added a small Velcro here between the cap with the spring and this because it was also rattling too. And yeah, just you can hear that it doesn't rattle like it rattled before. So hopefully when I hit the road I won't hear this anymore. So with that being said, thank you for watching. If you want to see any more Evo or Lancer related content, be sure to subscribe. I have a lot more rattling to fix. I have to upgrade the cars, make them faster. This one there too. So yeah guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you next time.